Well, I'm a crawling king snake, and I rule my den. Well, I'm a crawling king snake, and I rule my den. Don't want you around my maid, wanna use her for myself. You know you caught me crawling now, baby. Well, when the grass was very high, I'm just gonna keep on crawling now, baby, until the day I die, because I'm a crawling king snake, and I rule my den. Come on and give me what I want, baby, and I won't crawl no more. I'm going away now, baby, but I'll be back for long. When I come to town now, baby, I'll be the same old snake again, 'cause I'm a crawling king snake. Yes, yes, and I rule my den. Come on and give me what I want, baby, and I won't crawl no more. Well, I'm crawling, yes, I'm crawling now, baby. I'm crawling in front of your door. You got anything I want now, baby? I'm gonna crawl up on your floor, because I'm a crawling king snake, and I rule my den.
It's a great day today. It's around 11 o'clock in the morning. Driving up Black Bear Pass. It's beautiful, cloudy, warm. Flowers are out. The snow is off the road. And we're looking to go over Black Bear Pass to have a great lunch down in Telluride. So as we climb up the mountain, I'll make some notes along the way. It's not particularly difficult at all. The whole Black Bear Pass trail system, it's a Forest Service road. There's really nothing too particularly difficult about the whole trail. However, where it gets its reputation is just merely the backside of the mountain with all the tight switchbacks. There's really no terrain in which your vehicle is going to have difficulty getting over. I've seen pickup trucks go over this trail. I've seen Subarus go over this trail. And even Humvees go over this trail. So there's really nothing too particularly difficult with it. However, you do want to pay attention because the repercussions, should you miss the brake pedal, are pretty dire. So as we go up this trail, I'll make some notes to allow you to get a comfort level before you actually take this trail on. So right here is where the first camping spot turnoff is at, and this is really where the trail starts to develop some interest. For some reason, this trail is one of my favorite. I just think the scenery is just hard to beat. So we're starting to round some of the corners. The switchbacks are very gradual. Some of the hill climbs are very modest. Really not a lot of water crossing, as you can see here. There's just modest water crossings just every now and then. But as we climb in elevation, you're just going to notice the scenery is just more and more profound, and the beauty as you get to the top, it just opens up. And so as you continue to watch the video, I think you'll find that the scenery just begins to pop. So on the front side of Black Bear Pass, this is probably the first spot that actually has some terrain that a vehicle would probably need to be in four-wheel drive. Certainly can be done in two-wheel drive, but it gives you a little more confidence to put her in four-wheel drive and ease up this part. You'll actually see another vehicle, an SUV, up here, rather stock in nature. So it's, again, as you go up the front side, there's just really nothing that a Subaru or something with just modest stock SUV capabilities couldn't handle. So this section is fairly interesting. You know, as you see us climbing this, it's not very steep, but it does capture your attention a little bit. I will say that the road crews do groom it in different parts of the year, and at different times the terrain is different, and so this one looks like it has been graded fairly recently. It's really not a big deal. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're in four-wheel drive at this point, and getting up it with no problem. But you're going to see another vehicle up here. I think it's a pickup or an SUV. You know, again, stock in nature, not a big deal. So here's where the terrain just starts turning into an area that is just beautiful. As you just continue to climb up this mountain face, the beauty is just kind of overwhelming. As you can see, it was dusty that day, very little wind pushing the dust around. So I did try to keep my distance away from John, but for the purposes of filming, it's nice to have the cars as close together as possible. The rancher is camping over to the right of the Jeep about right now. He's not in camera range, but as we start to come upon all the sheep, you'll see them on the front of the mountainside. All those dots as we get closer, those are all sheep. But if you look over at the 10 o'clock position of the screen, those are sheep over there as well. All the way over now at the 9 o'clock position, still sheep over there. Very, very impressive, and a very large number of sheep. So it was a treat seeing them and running up to them. You'll also notice, and I'll point it out later, the sheep dogs herding them. They were very casual, just kind of hanging out, and weren't too affected by us, the sheep either. There's no doubt that these sheep have seen vehicles come up over these passes before. So it was quite entertaining to drive by them. And here we start running into the sheep. You know, as we come upon them, they are very unfazed by our appearance. The one in the middle of the road just kind of meanders off at his own pace. At about the 9 o'clock position, you're going to see the sheepdog. He'll start to look over here in a minute. But again, he didn't seem too nervous about our whereabouts. So, great time seeing all these sheep. I've seen them before, but not ever at this close of proximity to the vehicles. So it was great. So I'm in four-wheel drive here. I've got an Atlas 2 transfer case, so most of the time I'm in two-wheel drive. I'll just toss it in four-wheel low and get up over that small little waterfall. As we near the summit of the pass here, we're going to stop. We take a break, so I just fade over to where we start to leave again. But when you get up to the top of the mountain here, you do want to get out and walk around and see the marmots and the small squirrels and chipmunks and the mice. As you get up to the top, they're very unafraid of your presence, and it's kind of a treat to see those critters as you can get very close to them. There are definitely some other folks up here, so we chose to go to the higher side of the stopping point. So this is where I consider the backside of the mountain as we start descending upon Telluride. It's kind of deceiving as you start heading down this portion of the trail. It takes a long time to get to the area where the terrain actually becomes a little more concerning. So this is really one of the first switchbacks on the back side of the mountain that will probably concern you a little bit if this is the first time you've been on this trail. Really, the thing to do is to just plan on doing a 3-point turn. Some of the TJs and smaller Jeeps can definitely do that. My rig, you'll see me do multiple 3-point turns. This rig is capable, but one of the things it's got very poor capability of is tight turning. So it's always fun taking a small break. John's son Danny, being from Texas and young, has really never experienced snow. This is his second experience of having snow. We were on a Red Cone Mountain for the first time where he touched snow, so it was pretty neat. So this is really his first time of sliding down the snow. So this is a first for him. That was it. Back in the trail and heading back down the pass toward Telluride. So now at your 9 o'clock on your screen, you'll definitely see Telluride over there. And as we start making our way down, you'll be watching Telluride in the foreground much more often. You know, the beauty of the trail is just really hard to explain in this video visually. The vastness and openness of the terrain here, along with that sense of history. As you drive down this, there's just elements of mining all over the place, cabling from one side of the mountain to the other that they use to haul men and material across is still in place. You frequently drive over cables that have been downed and dismantled. it starts getting fun. That hill that I just went down, it was very flat because of the wide angle view of the GoPro. But you know, there's some fun shoots off of this trail, and if you take your time through all that trail, regardless of any type of vehicle you have, you can get through this and around this. The creek on the 9 o'clock position of the screen is something we'll be following all the way down through the trail system. So as we go through this terrain, keep an eye on John's suspension up front. You'll see it working. Compare your vehicle to John's vehicle as we're making our way through the backside here. Last year we had a stock TJ, very basic TJ, go through and had a bicycle on the back of the Jeep with a bicycle carrier. So by no means should you look at this trail and say it's not for you. The only time I would say that this trail is not for you is if you have issues with heights, because really any vehicle can do this trail. So as we come up to this next set of switchbacks, this is really the spot where things start to get interesting. From this point on, the trail develops some character and becomes fun. So sit back and watch the Jeeps go through the switchbacks, and you'll notice John's Jeep goes through these things with very little issue. You know, one thing to note is at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon during the rainy season up here, you could expect some rain. That's typical. The thing you want to be careful of is just the sudden downpours. I have been caught in one, and it was a very, very hard rain. But, you know, we went through it and got down it, and, you know, you just take things a little more slowly. You think a little bit more about what you're doing, and you just don't let the weather affect your decision making.
No, it might just be the bump or the steering stop might not be adjusted right.
Alright, well, here's one of the cables that you're seeing overhead. That's spanning one from one mountainside to the other. It's great seeing that type of relic still intact. Nobody's messed around with it, and that's some of the great things about Colorado is the respect people give on these trail systems to keep things as they were from way back when. It may not appear it, but these trails at this point, things are starting to get a little more tippy, and you want to start looking at the trails and picking your lines as you drive down some of this terrain. As we start moving toward the steps, we slow down a bit and we start to realize that some of the repercussions of doing the wrong thing can lead to real bad things. Keep going to the right. As you can see, it almost looks like you can go to the left, but that gets you out onto a little peninsula. So as we stopped to watch the marmot, I realized John is in front of me quite a way, so I speed up quite a bit. But this is the steps. As you approach, it gets very narrow. As you can see, I've got a wheel that's actually sticking out a little bit over that narrow spot. I think I got on the CB and asked John to hold up so I could video record him. The intriguing parts of going down the steps is hearing the water. That's the part that always gets me, is the rush of the water, the steps, the pieces where it's off camber. It's narrow, it's shelfy, it wants to kind of get you moving back and forth and left and right. And the terrain just wasn't really in the video, doesn't really represent itself. Again, a stock vehicle can go down this, but no matter what vehicle you have, you're still nervous about going through this. It always captures your attention. In the same respect, it's one of the coolest views. As you get through the steps, you're hearing the water, you're seeing the water, and then Telluride just opens up right in front of you. The view is spectacular. It's wide, it's green. It's just very unique in that it's just something for everybody to witness. The interesting part here that I always like, remembering doing this trail for the first time, was rounding this corner and not knowing what was in front of me. I was very intimidated about that part. I remember it well, and always get a smile on my face when I round this corner, not knowing at that time what was in front of me. So that was really, as you go through the steps, that was the part that really had the most of my attention and had me worried prior to the start of the trail. After which, now we're starting to see all the switchbacks. This first switchback is very groomed this year. Really no element of challenge whatsoever. In subsequent years, these trails have been significantly harder, but every year it seems like they grade the trail to make it more user accessible for everyone. So that's comforting for people that haven't done the trail before. And as we approach this switchback, I'll just let you listen to some engine noise. So real quick, you know, this first switchback on the back side can be very intimidating. It's very steep right here. It gets you very nervous. The only thing I can say is at this spot you really don't have to pull up very far because you can drive the Jeep up the hill quite a bit. I over exaggerated it, but as you can see, a simple 3-point turn on this. So the waterfall is just fantastic. The view is breathtaking. It's cool. When it's hot out, we typically stop there and enjoy the view and the relics of the mining, the crushers over there. But we were in a hurry. I think we were all getting fairly hungry, so we make our push on. Interesting thing is, you know, your tires are kind of wet from going through the creek. There's a spot over here that no matter what happens, your vehicle takes a little bit of a push toward the edge, and there it was on John's right there. You might want to back that up a bit and watch it, but I think you'll even see it on my vehicle. There it was. No matter what you do, your vehicle is going to want to slide toward the cliff side of the mountain. No matter what you do, it's going to happen. Just accept it. It's going to travel about 3 inches. There's really not a whole lot to be worried about. That's just part of the deal. And it's kind of fun when you realize that no matter what you do, it's going to happen. So be aware of that, and you won't put a pucker in your seat. So this is the first year where they put those posts on the narrow spots. This trail is narrow. If you haven't done this trail before, you might want to get out or have a spotter. But the trail is very narrow, and John seems to slip through without any issue with the LJ. The rig I'm driving, it's very wide, and as you can see, I just put my my driver front tire up on the rock, and it just it gets by. So even my vehicle can get through this thing.
I don't think I want to know. What's that? Yeah, I agree.
So this is the switchback that gets everybody concerned. There is a trick to it. Basically, it's a 3-point turn, and you just get your front tires to the edge of that cliff edge, and simply back up. If you're nervous about getting your front wheels to the edge without going over, you have a spotter. I'm getting out, spotting John. Going to tell him to pull ahead a little bit, and once he's done with that, he is simply going to back up and make his 3-point turn.
What do you think's going on? Oh no, you got it. Yeah, you got a lot. Let me see what you got. Yeah, just turn driver. There you go. Get back up. Okay, stop. Straighten out. Pass. There you go. Stop. Okay, that'll work. Good job. Okay, shut your door. Seatbelt on.
Jeep TJs and LJs, their turning radius is very sharp. JKs, especially 4-door JKs like mine, especially with the Dynatrack Pro Rocks being so wide, my turning radius is so limited that I'm pulling up far and I'm going to end up backing a long ways up. And I don't believe I make it my first attempt. In fact, I think I cut the first turn a little too early, so I end up getting a little bit too close to that switchback. I get my back end up on a rock, and John stops me, telling me that there's about an 18-inch rock that I'm going to have to go over, and it just wasn't worth it. So I had a little bit of fun. Basically, with the Atlas 2, I have the ability to switch between 4-wheel low and 2-wheel low. So what I did here is I just put it in 2-wheel low, put it in reverse, put the brakes on, and just did a rear wheel dig, which allowed the back of the Jeep to swing away from that rock. So you'll see me just gradually kind of moving over the rock to a point where I can just pull forward. So John just signaled that everything was good, and we're ready to roll.
Did you mean to do that? Yeah. That was How did you know it was going to do that? That was pretty funny. That was fun. I should have videoed that. That was cool. aren't you on Black Bear right now? Yeah, that just happened. Yeah, it was right after the waterfall. No, you know what? It could be up there. I thought it was right after the waterfall by those stakes, but it could be around this corner too. Or literally right here, right where I'm at. That would that'd get your attention, man. I got my attention, and I had what, about a foot left? You had about 2.5 feet. Oh, sorry,
So as you can see, we're coming to another switchback. The whole technique just repeats itself. 3-point turn. Get your tires close enough to the edge to be able to perform that turn. John didn't have to sweat too much about it. Me, with my turning radius issues, yeah, I need all the real estate I can conjure up. At about 1 o'clock is where the power station is. That is a hydroelectric power station that feeds power to the city of Telluride. Bridal Veil Falls is beautiful and is a must stop when you get down from the backside of this mountain. every year this pass gets further and further developed to allow it to be more safe and passable for more vehicles. However, this switchback was particularly challenging. I was kind of surprised by it. The grooming was probably the worst one of them all. They just left the tailing from the grooming machine, the plow, and it certainly had my attention.
That's not a fun one, is it? That's not a fun one.
No, it's not.
That changed this year.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Again, there's the power plant at 12 o'clock. It's beautiful. Stop and take a look at it and experience the Bridal Veil Falls. Well, I appreciate everybody watching this video to the end. I created this video really as a project to develop my rudimentary skills for Adobe Premiere Pro. So I thought I would try to learn and do and try to contribute something to the Jeeping community at the same time. So haters don't hate, and if anybody enjoyed the video, just let me know.